Welcome, Scorpio. How are you doing? So today we're going to use the Ozo Zen for past, present and the possibilities and outcomes of today, followed by a Sacred Earth Oracle reading. So how exciting is that? Right, let's see what's going on for Scorpios. 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 Don't you think the year's going really fast? I know you go, no, it's not. Right, let's hurry up with this. There's time's of the essence. There. So, let's have a look. So, what's going on in the past for Scorpios? Right. So, this is a card here where perhaps being very tight fisted on feelings, emotions, thoughts, and just generally giving of ourselves. I mean, this is understandable because sometimes our frustrations and our thought patterns and processes are very difficult, so we don't want to share them. We want to keep things hidden. We want to keep it tight to ourselves. But this is a fear. This is a trap to not share aspects of ourselves. So sometimes when we're keeping secrets about ourselves, I don't mean earth shattering, oh my goodness, that's so bad. But just like, oh, I quite like you, or oh, I'd rather do this, or I definitely don't want to do that. And sometimes we protect ourselves. So it's a lot like an ostrich putting their head in the sand, or a tortoise putting their head in the shell. But the Scorpios here today, it's a lack of sharing. Sometimes we don't even realize what we're thinking and what we're feeling, and we're hiding it from ourselves. So we keep ourselves busy, occupied, and if we don't take the time out today to realize what are we losing out on, what are we not sharing to ourselves? So this is all about sharing and realizing what is so unconscious in ourselves that it's becoming a blockage, it's becoming an illness within ourselves. Does that make sense? So to go forward now, after perhaps realizing, yes, I can have the ability to take action in the wonderment of what life has to offer. So when you give to yourself and go, yes, I can do it, then the aspect of inside of you will allow you to tap into those vibrations, that love aspect that'll go, yes, I am going to attempt to do X, Y, and Z. I have the ability, I will adopt that and go forth. So it's the wonderment of what else is out there, not being restricted and not being held back. What else? So you have the rebirth card. This is a very important aspect of the mind. So it looks like you've taken action from the slight past, which is now past what we've talked about, and you've realized that you can express what you want to yourself because you've got the power of the lion and the determination and willpower of the camel to keep going when things are tough. Looking at things in a whole different light, moving from the darkness into the light, but realizing that being gentle with yourself is the most important thing. Accepting that love is in your life is the most important thing. So these two aspects will give you the power to go forward and to sing your own tune and allow things to be brought into your life. So there's the freedom that we were looking for. Freedom to escape the mind. Allow that heart to be less constricted and just love again. Have that freedom and understanding of who you are. by being constricted and tight, and oh, there isn't enough, there's no, I'm really worried, concerned and anxious about the whole thing. I'm just going to hide away today. And this is the complete opposite with your heart. Yes, everything's fine. You can understand that the world will always continue to go round and round. Maybe, maybe not. But in nature, if you look at nature, there is a sense of freedom and understanding, because it's the force of how we are as our nature that gives us the understanding of our heart, of our emotions. Let's see what else is going on. So you may find still that there's a lot of suppression, a lot of too much activity. It's all too much on the mindset as well. So I think some of you may have been told some particularly not exciting news. So this is maybe why you've been hiding away and not kind of sharing who you are. But we have to understand here that if we keep our emotions locked in and we think there's too much hassle going on, then we can't free ourselves. We can't go into that trap again. This is a trap. Can you see with this particular card, which is totally opposite to this, the light is down here and it's very gloomy up here. So what does that mean to you? Well, it's a fire card. So the fire is going to burn up what's not needed to allow the brightness to be in your life. So feeling constrained and just feeling like everything is too much needs to be let go of with that understanding. And here you go with the possibilities. This was very much like another reading with possibilities at the end. So if you understand your heart and you understand your mind to let it go, to be free, there are countless possibilities. It's the possibilities and the adventure that you need to perhaps accept that there is. I always look at this like a blank canvas. What are you creating now? What is your vision for your future? Because if you want to be hiding away and not even looking at the situation and being very tied to your situation, then the possibilities are you're going to just get more of that instead of the understanding and letting the freedom go. In this tarot, these bars are an illusion. You're not trapped at all. There is no trapping. Right, let's look at the Sacred Earth Oracle and see what other meditation aspect we need to look at today for Scorpios. So, what we have is consistency. Consistency. So with consistency, it's about doing the same thing on a positive note, guys. So being consistent in what? Keep understanding. There's an understanding, a freedom, and a sense of wonderment in the world. Now you can see with this card, perhaps, these birds. These are representing that freedom aspect in this card of setting your thoughts free, putting these thoughts into action and being consistent with that. Like some of you, if you take on the possibilities and the adventure, you have to keep going. It's one foot in front of the other. Sometimes it is quite scary, when it's a total new aspect for a lot of you. But you have the sun here to put that energy there in the rays. So being consistent is something for you guys to just have a look at and say to yourself today, where am I being consistent in a positive aspect? Or if you want to look at, am I consistently thinking negative? Am I consistently thinking there isn't enough? Where is that? And if you have a look at that, you can tap into your own answers, and that'll be an improvement. So thank you so much, Scorpios, for listening today, and thank you to all my new subscribers. I really appreciate that. And do make comments down below and just ask if you want a free personal reading. And I'll just tag that onto the next video. All right, lots of love to you all. Take care.